Welcome to the Weber Cup from Las Vegas, the iconic 10-pin showdown between the USA and Europe. And this is what happened in the first ever session in Sin City.
The tournament opened with the traditional Baker match, which saw the European challengers draw first blood in front of the first American crowd. Team USA fired back in the first singles match when Anthony Simonson decisively beat Jesper Svensson. Match 3 saw the US rookie Jacob Butturff win the game in his hands in the 10th frame, but left the frame open to give Europe the edge. The Americans fired back through captain Chris Barnes, who led from the front against a misfiring Stu Williams to tie the score at 2-all. Weber Cup 19 MVP saw off the challenge of Palermaa to take their first lead in the tournament. Match 6 saw our first rematch between Anthony Simonson and Jesper Svensson, with the American winning for the second time to extend Team USA's lead. The rest of the day, however, belonged to the Europeans, as Stu Williams shot Team Europe's best score of the day to beat the American debutante. Before the fans' choice fixture saw the two captains face off in the final match of the first session, both players were feeling the pressure, but ultimately Dom Barrett saw Europe draw level to end day one.
There was nothing to separate the sides after the first 8 matches of this year's Weber Cup. Anthony Simonson was the standout performer in session 1, but a good fight back from Team Europe in the final 2 matches meant the scores were tied at 4-all. In this session, we introduced doubles into the mix, with some enthralling battles coming up, including the captains facing off in 3 matches. The day will end with a Baker match. Our first match in today's show sees the 2 double-handers take to the lane. It's Troup versus Palermaa. Your commentators for this match are Tim Mack, but first, Jesse May.
Day 2 of the Weber Cup, and Tim Mack, stakes are pretty high. I mean, looking at the schedule of play, first thing that jumps out to me is Europe's fate is heavily dependent on Palermaa.
Yeah, hey, listen, we're in Vegas. It's and Dom's rolled the dice and is gambling. Osku was not comfortable yesterday at all, so this is vitally important for him to get comfortable early. Now we're on a longer oil pattern, which should suit him, and if he can get comfortable, it could play to a big advantage for Europe, but it could also play the other way. So it's a big key this morning.
European captain Dom Barrett taking a big gamble. Will Palermaa answer? Was that a good shot?
It looks like a little firm. Again, we're on the new oil pattern. We're on the 45-foot oil pattern today, so just as similar as yesterday, as you see Oscar's style. He gets in the air and he's really firm up the lane, the most powerful bowler we have here in the Weber Cup this year. The bowlers are going to have to sift through the changes in the lanes and the new pattern. And they're going to have to make the changes on the fly so that they can have the most success shot to shot, match to match. So no harm, no foul there for Oscar. 9 spares a good opening frame, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what Kyle Troup's answer is.
Team USA talisman stepping to the line. He's got about 3 settings, he was telling me, for his hair. Today is all systems go.
Great shot. Unbelievable shot from Kyle Troup out of the gate. No, he's letting people know about it now. As you said, all systems go, no doubt about it. You see Kyle's a little further right than Askew on the lane, and Kyle was really good yesterday.
He was, but he didn't play that many matches, and he just seemed like he was so pumped up to finally get his chance to make a mark on this Weber Cup.
Yeah, he was excited this morning. Today when I saw him before the match was going to start today, he's like, I'm ready to go. It's game on. I'm bringing my A game. So let's see if Askew could answer the call.
Yeah, this is the way it's going to be, Askew. Can you handle it?
Yeah, great shot, Askew Palermaa. Great shot. Looks a lot freer with his arm today. You mentioned earlier before they started, I thought you said they were doing some tape, some work to Askew's arm, right?
Yeah, I saw them taping his shoulder up earlier this morning. You know, looks okay so far. I mean, this pattern, you know, Chris Barnes chose it. Was it a power pattern, and is hopefully that going to suit Askew today?
Yeah, notoriously the longer patterns favor guys that have high rev rate, and Askew is obviously clearly a high rev rate pattern player. So let's see what happens. Wow, two great shots from Kyle early. Really keeping the ball straight. We talked about it off air, Jesse. On this pattern, the bowlers are going to keep their angles. When I say their angle, you're not going to see the big hook that we saw yesterday in day one. Because the pattern's longer, you have to actually keep your angles a little straighter, so you don't want your ball changing direction too much. Can Askew answer the call? Let's see what happens.
So far, no need for anyone to be thinking about a ball change.
No.
Players look like they're, you know, throwing to suit the pattern so far.
Definitely not.
Strike to keep up.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
This could be a high-quality day. Now, we saw some high scores yesterday. Obviously, Simonson with a 279. Do you expect the scoring average to be even higher today with this layout?
I can tell you what I think is going to happen now. Because the two-handers are starting on the fresh and they're staying further right on the lane, I think it's going to preserve the middle of the lane, where yesterday we saw the bowlers migrate more further left quicker, and the lane changed a lot. With these two guys staying further right, this could preserve the middle of the lane, and we could see some very good scoring today.
Yeah, look how far over to the right he is. I mean, yesterday, we were talking about one of these guys might fall over to the left side of the stage. They were so far left.
Right, and with the longer oil pattern, as I said, they have to keep their angles straighter. And when I say angles, you can see their ball tracks are much straighter up the lane. Look at a great look at Kyle. You know, it hopped a little bit at the line, but you know, everything else is on line. The ball is just perfect. That's 10 back in our sport. You can't throw it any better.
90 gets the turkey, and Palermaa, who's bowling a very good game so far, is just trying to keep pace.
It's great to see Askew actually comfortable. He looked very comfortable his last two shots. So he got the first one out of the way, and as I said, even if he doesn't win this match, if he gets comfortable, it's going to be good for Europe.
Good.
Looking very good. Another great shot. We're seeing some really high quality bowling early here, Jesse. Askew answering Kyle's call and Kyle answering the challenge. It's great to see.
I know it's early, but so much respect for Dom Barrett, willing to take a gamble, make the strong tactical coaching decisions. He's put Palermo up 4 times today, sorry.
Yeah, listen, and it could pay off dividends for him. Yeah, I think it's key. Askew gets comfortable. His ball hits like a freight train, so it's great to see him out early and very comfortable. Can
True.
Kyle answer back?
Well, he's on a perfect game right now.
The flat 10, little flat. Comes in a little behind the head pin. Doesn't do the damage. You'll see the 6 pin lay in the gutter, and doesn't hit the 10 pin. So Kyle will just pick up his spare ball, and we shouldn't have any issues. Cross lane, hard and straight at the spare. Oh.
What it does do is put this match all level, Tim Mack.
Definitely some high quality bowling here in day 2 early in the festivities. Both bowlers with 3 strikes and a 9 spare. And listen, I got to be honest with you. The surprise for me is I watched the practice earlier from both players, and you know, I don't know if that tape that you talked about, that you alluded to earlier, has helped Askew, but he looks very comfortable right now, these last 3 shots.
Must have had a good night's sleep. Obviously, he is a Weber Cup stalwart, but he's been off, you know, out of the game Weber Cup 3-4 years, I think.
Yeah, our sport is painful sometimes. You know, the ebb and flows of the ups and downs are tough to take. But right now, Askew's on the up. That's got a hook.
Ooh. What happened there?
Well, that was firm speed, and he missed to the right. With this 45-foot oil pattern, there's not a lot of margin for error to the right. See the concentration, and you see the ball, it gets right there at about 40 feet. It gets too far to the right down lane, and there's still oil down the lane. Tough spare. Oh, he makes it. What a great shot.
How did he do that? What was the degree of difficulty on that
That's a very difficult spare, Jesse, and hats off to Oscar Palermaa. He takes his spare ball. As I said yesterday, sometimes he uses his thumb and sometimes he doesn't. That time he uses his thumb, puts it right in between the 1 and the 6 pin, and the pins just fall down like dominoes.
Whoa, got the action on that one too.
As bad as the first shot was as good as the second shot. Very positive end result for Oscar.
Two-handed Troup.
Gets the deal done.
Normal,
he pulls the pick out.
Yeah, normal service resumed there.
Welcome back to the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas for Weber Cup 20. It's match 9. Tim Mack picks up the action alongside Jesse May.
That's left. That was left off his hand.
Has he lost the run of the balls? You need to be thinking about an adjustment, or is it?
No, I don't believe so. I think both of those last two shots were poor executed shots. This one was the overcorrection because the last one he missed to the right. This one he wasn't going to miss to the right, so he missed left on his direction. And as you can see, with his high rev rate and high speed, that ball dove through the head pin and left a very difficult split.
Harder than the last one even.
Come on, baby. Oh, that's a terrible break.
Oh, it looked like he had it. Looked close, but now an open frame, and the door is open wide for Kyle Troup, who has been near perfect so far in this opening match.
Yeah, this is a chance. As you can see, the ball, the pin goes slide right in front. There goes the 3 pin right in front of the 4, and unlucky, it doesn't hit it off the wall and just lays in the gutter. Here's a huge opportunity for Team USA and Kyle Troup to really capitalize on Osku's mistake. Kyle engaging with the crowd like he always is. Let's see what he can come up with.
I mean, so impressive under pressure so far. Kyle doesn't look like he's feeling it all.
Well, he loves this environment. This is what this environment's made for Kyle Troup.
Oh, look at that! The big fist. And Team USA behind them. They've packed a nice crowd in here in the Mandalay Bay for Team USA, and Troup is giving them what they want.
This is a great answer right here. When your opponent gives you an opening, all you want to do is step on his heels, and he gives him the fist pump, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
What does Palermaa have to be thinking? He went too far right, then he went too far left. Is it just, you know, hit the middle now?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the old Rocky Balboa saying, hit the one in the middle. See if he can hit the one in the middle here. That's in the middle. There it is.
I mean, at this level of the game, these players can adjust so quickly, and that's what makes them special, is it?
That's right. Again, we talked about it yesterday. You don't want to move or switch balls off a bad shot. And the 2 previous shots that Osku made were just not well executed shots. They weren't good shots. So,
but the ball was fine for the conditions. Just has to execute.
100%. You know, and proof was in the pudding in that last shot. So, Kyle wants to stay out in front here and make another good shot, taking his time. He likes it.
Loop-de-loop Kyle Troup. He's on a 289. I mean, at the end of session 1, USA was feeling a little deflated. They are back to the top right now, trying to bring this Weber Cup home.
Kyle trying to get out there early. There's the emotion that we talked about, that we alluded to, that when he gets going, the team's going to get going. On the USA side, Kyle's the emotion guy. On the European side, Stu's the emotion guy, and Kyle's delivering right now.
279, the highest score from yesterday. That was Anthony Simonson. Kyle Troup on pace. Take that one down.
Yeah, just another shot that's left off Oscar's hand a little bit there. This one's just about running. He's running out of frames, Oscar, barring any unforeseen huge mishaps from Kyle. The USA is going to take a 5-4 lead early here in the first match. Yeah.
Oh, and left another open.
So after Oscar threw 2 great shots in the 3rd and 4th frame, he is now searching for some shot making. And if I'm down there and I'm talking to him, I'm saying, listen, Oscar, you've just got to throw the ball better. It's not a ball. I don't think it's a ball change. I think it's more of an execution change, and maybe get his hand a little bit smoother, like Kyle's hand is, a little bit more where he can change his role and keep it more forward. Oh, boy.
Well, Kyle Troup has done enough to win this match, but right now he's still chasing the best score of the Weber Cup so far, although 278 is going to be the best he can do. Look, he'll be happy enough.
Yeah, great shot. Yeah. Great opening match for Kyle Troup and Team USA. This is what they were looking for. Chris Barnes, the captain, put out Kyle in this position to hope that he would be able to step up to the plate and deliver, and that's exactly what Kyle has done. He's kept the heat on Oscar when Oscar answered the call early, and now we see Oscar going to looks like a urethane bowling ball.
And now this is just to see what happens. The match is over, right? So he just kind of wants to see if it'll have any effect.
Yes.
And I don't think he liked that.
Well, no, it looked like he slipped at the approach.
Right where I want him.
And it went right in the gutter, obviously. So let's see what happens here, see if his footwork. Yeah, he kind of lost his footing there, and his timing was off, and the ball goes right into the channel.
That looked like a Saturday night special, but obviously doesn't have any effect on this match, with Troup already having it locked up. And I guess Oscar's gonna try the same shot again, just to make sure that this is not the ball he wants.
Yeah, as you see, that's less change of direction for Oscar. The urethane ball won't change direction down lane, so if Oscar does miss to the left, the urethane ball should help him a little bit and give him a little bit more margin to the left because of his high rev rate and ball speed. So he steps right on top of where Kyle is throwing the bowling ball, and you know, that was a really good spare shot from.
Going to be a great session today. Got a couple doubles matches. Now, obviously, Anthony Simonson was really the star of the show for Team USA in the first session. He's only playing 1 match today. But Team USA is so deep, Tim. I mean, they've got Troup to step it up. They've got Jacob today to step it up. They're a tough team.
Yeah, USA's looking really good here early. They've bowled really well yesterday. Obviously, the Europeans were super happy that they got to 4-4, and from talking to the captains, Chris Barnes felt like maybe they could actually been, had a bigger lead coming into today. So they'll be extremely pleased with Kyle's performance here. And in the break here, Captain Dominic Barrett's going to have to sit down and talk to Oscar and come up with a game plan to figure out what he's going to do in these upcoming matches moving forward.
And what would your recommendation be? He's tried 2 balls here. We saw this, is it the polyurethane late? What do you like?
Yeah, I like the urethane ball right now for Oscar until he can free up and be a little less muscle grabby at the bottom. He's just a little strong. And as you alluded to earlier, the crowd really getting behind the USA here with Kyle.
They want a strike. They want a strike. They got it.
What a great environment. Great job, Kyle Troup.
He always delivers. He always delivers. How psyched is he?
Yeah.
What a start for Team USA. Match 1. Team USA takes a 5-4 lead after the 9th round. And Europe has to find some answers. But can they? We will see as this session continues. Weber Cup is on.
Welcome back to the Weber Cup, where Kyle Troup has given Team USA a narrow lead in this race to 18. Hannah Wilkes is with Kyle now.
Midway through that match, it looked like it was going to be fairly even. Couple of slip-ups from Osku, and in you pounced.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting how we were playing the lanes. I knew his ball choice, I felt like might have been a little off. I felt like I had the better ball reaction, but Osku is a shot maker, but he had the few errant shots, and I took advantage of that.
As the first one's out on this lane, it's kind of up to you to make sense of it, gauge how it's playing. How is the lane playing there, especially with this long sword oil pattern?
I would say the lane's playing right into our strong suits for a lot of our players today. Today we're comfortable now. We're a lot more comfortable, and we're setting the tone early, and that was kind of my job, and I feel like I did a good job at that.
The crowd was certainly enjoying the show as well. How much are you enjoying performing for a home crowd for once? Because we know how much you love the Weber Cup, but to do it in front of a home crowd must be extra special.
So the Weber Cup's been really amazing the last few years, but this year it's even more amazing because of this crowd. So let me hear you. Let's go. This is the Weber Cup. We're in the States, and we're here to play. This is day 2. We're comfortable and ready to play.
So it's captain versus captain in the first doubles match of this year's Weber Cup. Butturff and Barnes take on Barrett and Palermaa. Let's head down to your commentators.
Our first doubles match of the second session of the Weber Cup. Doubles is a bit special. And Tim Mack, how important is the communication between the players for this?
This is going to be a big one. I think the USA are going to be feeling very comfortable the fact that they've got a 1-point lead. And when I talked to them in practice, Captain Chris Barnes said Jacob Butturff looked very comfortable on this 45-foot oil pattern. So that bodes very well for them. They alternate shots in this doubles match. So if one player doesn't strike, the other player has to pick up the spare.
Which means that if you're not rolling well in the doubles format, you can't hide.
That's right. No,
you just keep getting that first shot.
There's no running and hiding in this format. That's for sure. Shouldn't be any problem with Chris on the spare. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Whoa.
This is Chris Barnes' first ball of the day, and that was just a whiff.
Wow. That's uncharacteristically what you wouldn't expect from Chris. Not the start they wanted to see, and now Dominic Barrett has a chance to take an early lead here and try to give his team some confidence here for this doubles match. It's a big shot, I think, early in the match. That's a good shot. Good answer from the European captain, Dom Barrett.
For more than 10 years now, Captain Dom Barrett, whenever he's needed to settle things down for Team Europe, he steps up and does the business.
Great answer from Dom. Let's see if Butturff can throw another good shot.
Different hanger now.
Oh, leaves a little left of target, and the ball and that 45-foot oil pattern. Just doesn't make it up the hill. You see it there, and it just kind of labors down the lane.
And now what should be an inconsequential shot for Barnes takes on significance because of the last one. He just has got to put this out of his mind and hit this.
I think if he makes a spare, he'll tap himself on the shoulder and say, "Good job." Kind of a sarcasm. There it is.
I almost made it with the last shot, so wasn't that hard.
He's a competitor, Barnes. He knows how to put the pass behind and get going. And for Palermo now, great shot, great opportunity here with Team Europe in the lead.
Yeah, and this is another ball change since his first singles game. This is his third ball now that he's going to have a look at. He's got a hook. Great shot.
Has he found the ticket?
Well, it seems that Dominic and Stu and the team had a nice little chat with Asku, and they have a little bit of a different game plan. He's deeper into the lane than he was in his singles match, and it's a different bowling ball that makes a different motion. And just a great shot, a great answer from Asku.
We've seen this so often in the Weber Cup. Even this year, Team USA storms to a lead, and then Europe kind of grinds, scratches, and claws its way back in. Jacobs has to find his strike.
Good answer from Jacob there. Angles were much better executed shot. And in this unique format, Jesse, you got to put the strike. You just have to strike. Strikes mean so much in this format because of the 30 pins for each shot. And Jacob would be very happy with that.
Right, and if you're not striking, you keep getting the first shot every frame. It's really punishing when you're not rolling the ball well.
That's right.
Team Europe perfect so far.
Not a bad shot from Dominic. Comes up a little bit high on the head pin. Leaves the 4-pin, and now Asku's got to cover the spare, and Europe will still have a nice, comfortable lead here early in the match.
I mean, second match, Asku Palermo already on his third ball. This, of course, just a spare ball, but I think he may have found what he likes.
There you go. No. A good frame from the Europeans there. Players are mic'd today, so it's really cool. We get to listen to them, and you know there'll be some good conversation back and forth, and a good communication back and forth from the players, and they'll make the necessary changes to help each other along this match.
And this is Barnes' first shot today.
Great shot, great answer from the American captain.
He picked the pattern, and I think he likes it.
Yeah, Chris likes to go up the lane, and when I say up the lane, he doesn't like to play the big angles. He can do it all, and you can see very similar to where Kyle Troup was on the lane, and it's just a perfectly executed shot.
Barrett back on the first shot. Got that lovely pink ball. That's the same ball he used yesterday, is it?
Yeah, he's used a couple balls. He used that one and another ball that may come into play later in the day. Oh, that's not good. Now you see Dom Barrett is much further left than everybody else on this oil pattern so far.
Going for a bigger hook.
Yeah, he's clearly further left, and there's not been a lot of traffic in there, so there's not been a lot of help for the ball tracks to go down the lane. So if it's a little left, it dove right through the head pin, which is very surprising.
Where does Asku need to place this ball to hit this spare, or is it just a pass?
Well, because Asku's so powerful, he can bounce it out because of the speed of his bowling ball. But what you want to do is you want to be a little left of the 4-pin, which is that front pin on the left side, and slide that 4-pin all the way over into the 10-pin. It's a very difficult spare.
Didn't get the action. And this
it's a tough split.
This next one to move now, and if it hooks again, then I have to.
So both teams now with an open frame, and geez, they're all tied up.
Even match. But right now, the Americans have to have the advantage. Both players have struck, and both players look very comfortable right now. That's got a hook. Oh boy. And it doesn't, and it goes past it, and right back to the Americans. Gives it right back to the Europeans.
And is this, what we're seeing here is because of the traffic, the lane conditions are changing. or is it something else?
I don't think so, Jesse. I think, again, that was more of an execution. That was way too far left at the break point. When we say break point, we usually want the ball at the break point, depending on the length of the pattern, to be traveling towards the head pin, and that ball was not doing that. So that's why it didn't make it back up the hill on this 45-foot pattern.
Barnes has got a tricky one to clear up here.
Go on, baby.
And we're seeing all kinds of trouble up there.
Yeah, in the doubles, it's very hard. It's a very unique format. The balls are playing tricks on the guys right now, and it's hard to get comfortable.
I didn't take the dowel into account. You have to shoot at it. You have to shove it at it, and then somehow make it hit the back pin.
Wow, there's a lot of tactics being discussed right now. Dom stepping up, meanwhile, for Europe, trying to take an advantage. Not bad.
Good shot, but a flat 10 pin. Oscar with a spare here. Will be, the Europeans take the lead.
This right now is anybody's match.
Yeah, this is for the taking. Somebody's got to have to grab the bull by the horns here and really, take the initiative and make some quality shots here in this second half of the game. Which team is going to want to take a risk or take a chance? That's what it might take. Might take a ball change. And Oscar misses the spare.
Unbelievable stuff we're seeing here at this level.
All right, mate. That's all right.
The match is anybody's for the taking. It's just basically a dead even match going into the second half of the game.
Amazing. Europe actually up by 2 pins.
Good shot from Jacob.
Yeah.
Good shot from Jacob.
It feels like, four team players up there, each of them struggling with their own issues right now. Nobody totally in the zone.
I couldn't agree with you more. It looked like the USA was comfortable there, then all of a sudden, not so much. So remember, Chris Barnes has only thrown one first shot. It's a strike, but Jacob hasn't had an answer the last couple shots either.
Yeah, we have to hope that the shoulder injury that we saw Oscar taping up early, that didn't affect. He's obviously the only change from the team in the last Weber Cup, and he was selected over Martin Larson this year.
Yeah, that's right. They were very close coming down the stretch, and Oscar just edged out Martin for the spot. That's a great answer from Dominic Barrett, and that'll give the Europeans a lead. That'll give them a 13-pin lead. And is that the shot that propels them to get some momentum? To grab this point and make it back to even.
I'll tell you, if there's a man you want taking a shot for all your money in the middle of a rainstorm, it's got to be Dominic Barrett. He's Mr. Consistency from what I've seen over the years.
There's a reason why he's one of the best of all time and one of the greatest. He is the greatest UK bowler of all time.
Come on, Jacob, still yet to strike first. That's what he wanted to do.
Great answer from Jacob. These professionals out here, you give them enough time on the lane, then they usually figure it out. So let's see. Chris, remember, Chris has only thrown one first ball this game, and it's a strike. Jacob with a great shot, great result.
Yeah, sorry, that's Jacob's second strike in this doubles match. He is going to be such a key for Team USA. Chris Barnes put him in, I think, 4 matches today. Really wants Jacob to shine.
That's right. Remember, Oscar's last first ball was a strike as well. So let's see what happens here. Taking his time, obviously knows the importance of this shot. This is a must. Can he stay focused? Can he make the shot?
Come on, baby.
That felt like a bit of good fortune to me.
Not a bit of. Again, just very, very fortunate to, not leave a split, but to get a strike, to get 30 pins out of that. is very fortunate for Asku and Dominic and Team Europe. Right high on the head pin, not a well-executed shot, goes right through the beak and we call that the squasher in bowling terminology. Just squashes the pins right down the middle.
The squasher, the fin with the pins. It might, look, they'll take the win. Doesn't matter if it's ugly. And Barnes now looking to answer. His first ball's been good so far.
Let's see if he can answer the lucky break from the European side. Loves it, gets the messenger. Watch the reaction of the pins, unbelievable. Looks like the 4-pin comes off the wall and takes out the 10-pin.
I do believe he's shouting at the lane. I think he's angry at those pins. Take that!
It is the head pin that hits the 4-pin off the wall. Watch the head pin go to the sidewall. Kick the 4-pin, there it is.
Great
it just
action.
Barely touches the 10-pin for the big strike for Team USA.
He threw that ball so hard it was like a cremation.
Big shot from Dominic Barrett here.
Yeah, the 13-point lead. This would get the momentum going.
Big shot. Answers the call. Very similar to Chris Barnes' shot. And captains answer each other. Going into the money frames, the 9th and 10th frames.
Both carrying the teams on their back here.
Huge, huge, huge call there from Dominic Barrett, answering the Chris Barnes' light mixer strike with his own.
And Jacob is on the verge of getting going here. I believe if he hits this one, we're starting to see something. Looks a little nervy to me.
Lays right there, lets the crowd know about it. Jacob Butturff with a big shot for Team USA.
I mean, under the heading of don't try this at home, such an awkward style, but it works for him. And as you mentioned so many times, he does it, he repeats it, and that makes it okay.
That's right. You know, in this sport, foul line back, if you do it the same way each time, it doesn't matter if you cross over your steps or go it backwards. As long as you do it the same way every time, you can get the job done, and he certainly does it the same way every time, even though it's unorthodox. I think this is the shot of the match right here for Asku. And maybe the shot early in this Weber Cup.
We've seen the 9th frame throw up some incredible drama so far.
Huge, huge, huge shot from Asku Palermaa. Big shot after getting the lucky strike.
That's going to give Team Europe ball in hand in the 10th frame.
And that's what you want. You want ball in hand.
Oh boy, does Team Europe need a point here. And for Chris Barnes, all he can do is ask the question. Strike it out and ask the question. It'll make him strike to win.
If he strikes, he forces him to mark. Perfect shot.
That's what you want to do.
Chris Barnes coming up big like the captain does.
No easy wins. And for Dominic Barrett now, he's got to get, is it 7 pins? And then they need to mark?
Yeah, 7 spare is a tie. He needs 8 spare to win. Any open frame and he's done. So Chris lets him know about it. And wow, both teams come home like freight trains here.
Yeah, this match really picked up, didn't it?
And again, we see another Weber Cup match coming down to the 10th frame. Can Dominic answer the call?
This could be the biggest pressure shot he's faced so far in the Weber Cup.
No doubt about it.
Sure.
Come on, dog. Come on, baby.
Okay.
Okay. Asku Palermaa needs the spare to win. Spare's a win.
Go slow.
You could hear Dominic say he threw it a little slow, he grabbed it a little bit, and that's why the ball went a little bit high. Now we saw Asku Palermaa miss the spare already in this early.
I mean, you know how they say it's in golf, those 3-foot putts look so easy until it's all the money on the line, and that's what Palermo's facing.
That's right. He missed a 10-pin early in the match. Now he's got the 4-pin. He did make the spare in the 3rd frame.
Look at Europe standing. They're waiting for it.
Winner. And Europeans even it up.
Not an easy spare right there.
No, big.
Dom, I'll come to you first, because based on the couple of conversations we had yesterday, do you feel maybe like you got a little bit lucky in that one as well?
No, not at all. We definitely deserve to win that one.
Okay, I like that fighting talk. Guy Kaminsky was saying to me there that he thought maybe you got away with a little bit there because there was luck for both teams and it was proving early on like a really tricky match.
Well, I know a guy was saying a few things before about, being able to sort of hide people, but there's only 4 of us, and there's a certain structure within the format. Every player has to play the same amount. So we would never do that anyway. So Oscar's been back, so I think that night frame he threw there was brilliant, and it was a big moment for us as a team, and then the spare. And Oscar's done this so many times. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to be one of our best bowlers when it comes to the end of it, and he's going to be one of the reasons why we win.
Wow, I like it, fighting talk already. Dom, I'll let you warm up because I know you're up against Chris Barnes. Oscar, if you just step in. We saw you struggle a little bit in your singles match first time out this afternoon. Do you feel like you've maybe got a handle on this lane now?
Getting there. Like people said already before, it's hard to get the confidence when you're struggling, but I'm coming.
Why has this lane been proving just that little bit tricky for you so far?
Like I said, confidence is a big thing, and then when you're struggling, it's hard to come back. But like I said, with just a great shot there on the 9th and a spare, and I can't wait to get back on the lane again.
We are going to be seeing a lot of you this afternoon. You must be feeling pretty confident now with that win with Dom there.
Of course, and bowling with Dom. What a great bowler, and what I interview, so great guy.
It's been a while since we've seen you in a Weber Cup. How does it feel to be back out here?
It's great to be back, and it's my goal to be back for a long time now.
Confirmation of the results from day 2 so far, and it was Kyle Troup who got the USA off to a flyer, but as we've just seen, they were then pegged back in a very close encounter as Barrett and Palermaa edged out Butturff and Barnes. In our next show, the captains face off in the opening match, and Troup is in action again as he joins forces with the rookie Butturff when they take on Svensson and Palermaa. Join us next time as Weber Cup Day 2 continues here at the Mandalay Bay.